we are going to start with, there's quite a few decks that the One Ring goes into. Maybe some are more tiered than others. Like I've seen people like the Yawgmoth deck that won the challenge, 4-color control. I've seen Murktide play it. I've seen Amulet Titan play it. But we're gonna kind of start with more of the fringe decks that are playing it. And this particular deck list that we're starting with comes from, I believe it was the Saturday challenge in the top 16. And this particular individual got top 16 in the challenge. They are playing the mono red Trash for Treasure deck with, 4 copies of Trash for Treasure, which is a card that allows you to sacrifice an artifact and return an artifact from your graveyard to the battlefield. So the idea here is you can dump Graz, Portal of Phyrexia, or Sundering Titan with Goblin Engineer, Scrapwork Mutt, Seasoned Pyromancer, and Fable, and then you get those back with Trash for Treasure. You also have some additional value lines where you can engineer for Phyrexian Dragon Engine, which to kind of get some more cards flowing. We have an Urza Saga package, along with Pyrite Spellbomb, Shadowspear, Drum, and a Cookbook, and then Ragavan because Ragavan XD. And then this seems like a pretty good shell for the ring for a couple of reasons. One, this deck tends to run out of cards a little quickly because Trash for Treasure, if it gets countered, that could put you down a card. Engineer doesn't replace itself, so that's technically down a card, especially if it dies. So you can kind of run out of cards relatively quickly in this deck, and the One Ring is obviously very good at refueling your hand. And the nice thing is you have Engineer and Trash for Treasure to sacrifice it if it gets to be a little bit too high. So I do kind of like that. Mana base, bunch of pathways. I'm not quite sure why we're playing Needleverge pathway. I think it's just for Ragavan, like if you Ragavan into a white card, because there's no there's no white cards and no cards that require white mana as far as I can tell. Might be missing something. And then the pathways, the Copperline Gorges, are to support Boseiju and Haywire Mite in the sideboard. We got the Furies in the sideboard. Another additional tutor target for the Trash for Treasures when that card is good. And some Blood Moon, which are kind of weird with Urza Saga, but maybe you're just required to play it for Amulet. And then Stonebrain for the combo decks. So what do we have here? A couple of lands, Engineer. This might be a value Engineer type of game because we already have Epicure, Discard Portal, and we don't have the Trash for Treasure in hand. So this might be one of those games where we just get the Dragon Engine. Yeah, it didn't seem like it was that much different from the standard lists, but it does look pretty good, Nick. I think that deck is just I think that is going to be one of the players in the format moving forward. I am streaming full time now. Yeah, this is what I do full time. I quit my job back in February to pursue streaming full time. It's been a blast so far, and I am forever grateful that I get to do this every single day. So I appreciate y'all. Streaming is not possible without chat, which is another reason I always have been considering switching platforms, like going to YouTube and stuff like that, but you really miss the live chat experience. Nothing beats it, As many trolls as we get, it's yeah. Wouldn't be here without chat. I don't get that many trolls. I mean, a little bit of both. Yeah, I don't mind the dumb comments as much. The trolls who just come in and randomly type, trying to think of the best way to describe it. I don't know. There's a difference. There's a difference between people being dumb and people you know what I mean? No, they just come in and they just make fun of you. That shit, fuck off. But the people who just come in and say, there's a difference between that and the people who come in and say, the classic Spike meme of their first message in chat is this deck looks bad, this deck bad, whatever. I can tolerate that because I just laugh at that stuff. I'm not going to ban people who say, this deck is bad, or this deck looks bad. It's annoying, but I more so just laugh at it. Is Ashiok good dumb or bad dumb? In the middle, okay. Our opponent appears to be asleep at the wheel. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the deck is bad. But how else am I going to find out if the deck is bad without playing it? I thought that I DC'd for a second, but we appear to be good. Feeling a color change. Yeah, there we go. By looking at it. Just like the Kinnan deck that we built the other day. Everybody knows that deck is bad. Opponent, mod check. Mod check. Can we get a mod check? Aisle 5. Our opponent appears to not be here. Do I have the PL list handy? I could probably get it. Fish. Pioneer. Was from the Showcase Challenge. Yeah, here it is. This deck I think it went undefeated the entire tournament. Because I'm pretty sure they went undefeated in Swiss and they won the whole event, so just the clean 11-0. Or maybe it was 12-0 actually, because I think it was 9-round Swiss. It's the old 12-0, no big deal. Magoose. I haven't seen Magoose in a while. But yeah, looking at the list, like, it's pretty similar to what we were playing before. The only difference is I was not playing Bone Crusher, and this person's playing 4 copies. Bone Crusher does work pretty well with Pia, because if you cast it from exile, it does trigger Pia. My only problem is, like, it's a little clunky, so I wasn't the biggest fan of it when I tried it, but I don't know, it could be good. Alright, it appears that they are back. Monkey Brain, thank you very, very much for the 2 months. Ooh. Best card in our deck. I lost my train of thought. Now I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm going to go Scrapwork, discard Portal. Like, I could Engineer for the Dragon Engine, but I really just want to find lands because I found the Saga. Okay, that's not a land. What do I think of the One Ring? I mean, I'm not going to answer financial advice questions. This is not a financial advice stream. Just play 2 of each Lemon Wedge. Playing boats in your RCQ this weekend. What's tech against Green Devotion besides dodging the matchup? I mean, as long as you're playing for a Crowan War, I really don't think the matchup is that bad for boats. Well, thank you, Hilarious. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything goes well. Stop playing The Ring beats my deck has been called. Doesn't The Ring beat everybody's deck? It beats your pet deck. Yeah, I think if you plan on playing boats in an RCQ this weekend, you have to play 4 copies of the Crowan War. I think you are legally obligated to play 4 copies. Kind of like the One Ring in Modern right now. What do you think about the right time to teach your child magic? At least wait for them to be able. At least wait till they can walk. But once they can walk, then it's fair game. Okay, I found a land for Saga, which is not too bad. But Saga token's not exactly going to raise... Oh, I can actually just Engineer here and put a big Bungus in the graveyard, right? Which big Bungus do we want to put into the graveyard? Oh, wait, this is kind of cracked, right? Because I can go Engineer. It's either Sundering Titan or Grass. Grass is actually not that bad here, because I can go Bin Grass... And then if they cast Living End, like if they Shardless Agent, I can go discard Engineer, get back Graz Engineer, they get back Oliphant Grief. How big is Graz? 7/5? Sundering Titan is reasonable. Sundering Titan blow up their lands. Does Titan beat Oliphant Grief? Probably? And then I can go, like, float mana, get Springleaf Drum, cast the Ring. Yeah, I guess we could just get Sundering Titan. Oh, I now realize why we're playing Pathways Over Mountains. I figured it out. I think that's probably the best reason. I hadn't thought about, like, if this was a mountain. I mean, in this particular situation, if this was a mountain, it wouldn't be that bad because I would just blow up these 2. But I'd forgotten about Sundering Titan. Once they can table flip, yeah, that too. You gotta teach them. You gotta show them the what was that? The Francis video, the classic Francis video flipping the table. I'm sure everybody's seen this video by now. Francis flips table MTG. Yeah, this video. Judge this, motherfucker. A Metnik, thank you very, very much for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Alright, we have a Living End on the stack. I will discard Goblin Engineer. Yeah, it's fake. It's not a real video, obviously. I don't think anybody thought that was a real video. Oh, they put more shit in the graveyard. That's bad. Okay. Well, it's going to be hard to beat this. All their lands are gone. But they don't really need lands at this point. I guess I will put a engine in the graveyard. I could put a Graz in the graveyard, actually. So if I put a Graz in the graveyard, I can get it back if I draw treasure. think I'd rather get the engine, though. Because if I find trash for treasure, they just lose anyways to portal. We already had the portal in the graveyard. I literally chatting. There's the portal's already in the graveyard. Legitimately chatting. Long-time viewer, first-time chatter. I see you're playing a mono-red trash for treasure combo in Modern, an elaborate archetype aiming to cheat powerful, high-cost artifacts into play ahead of curve. As the head of the new non-rotating power creep committee, I regret to inform you that according to our latest metagame analysis, your deck seems bad. Please refrain from playing it in the future, or we shall revoke your access to Modern cards on MTGO. Not my rings, no! Not my rings. Ooh, Shadowspear on Sundering Titan's kind of gas. Okay, so do we just play the ring? I guess. Right? Like, why would I not play the ring? Go. Well, we have protection from everything. It's pretty good. No, Engineer does not get Portal, because you can only return artifacts with mana value 3 or less. But we just have to find trash for treasure. Yeah, we didn't come here to not cast the ring. If ring is in hand, I will cast ring. Otawara. Maybe they'll attack for getting the protection. Lul. Lul. Alright, no blocks. I will declare no blocks. Chat, they forgore. They forgore. Okay, so I guess I should ring before I get to see what I want to search off Saga, because that might inform my decision. No, I'm not supposed to draw this card. Well, I guess I think I have to float mana, cast Ragavan, equip Sundering Titan just to not die. Yeah, we're gonna get Drum. I like how I've played 3 Urza Sagas and I've yet to make a single token. Kind of dope. Forgive. Okay, I'm gonna do this and just pass. I can go end of turn, activate Engineer, get back Engine, discard. I don't need to do it now, though. Equip Ring to Sundering Titan. I don't know if that works. What's up, JS? What exactly does putting the... If you like it, then you should put a ring on... What exactly does putting the ring on Sundering Titan do? I'm not sure that this robot can wear a ring. Right? Like, it is a robot. I don't know how exactly that works in the lore. I don't think they had Sundering Titans in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, he can wear a ring, just not that one. Ah, only getting in for 4. Alright, I'll take 4. Well, we have a lot of time. I can always sack the ring. I'm not going to sack the ring this turn. I think I'm going to sack the drum. I just hope they didn't find force. Because I can always sack the ring the following turn. I want to get 3 more cards, though. So, tap this, activate, target engine, sack drum. I could have also sacked the Sundering Titan, but I think I'd rather keep that in play. Just looking for the trash, which we did find. Trash is good. Okay, so we go to 12. Or we go to 13, excuse me. Alright, so make mana. Oops, I meant to get the cookbook, but just misclicked. I'm going to draw cards first, because now I'm going to sack the ring. I mean, there's a chance they found a copy of Force of Negation, but not a lot I can do about that. We can always go for it next turn with the second trash. Okay, well, they've lost. Cool, that was fun. Nice Living End deck. What do we want against Living End? I like this song. Definitely want the Soul Guide. I don't think I want Stonebrain. I could bring in Fury, just as a way to, like, put a creature into my graveyard that I can then get back with Living End, but I don't know. It doesn't seem that good. The second, like, Graz is probably not... The card that I'm looking for the most in this matchup is either Portal or Titan, so I don't mind cutting the second Graz. Yeah, I just don't really think I need that much else. This feels like it should be a pretty good matchup. I'm going to keep all the rings, too, because, again, that game is a great example of, like, if they have a big Living End and you cast this, you time block, you buy 1 turn, and then sometimes that 1 turn is all you need to get to, like, your portal and stuff. Some Angrath's Rampage. You could play Cast into Fire, or whatever the new 2 mana, deal 1 damage, or exile an artifact. Yeah, I'm borrowing the rings from Shane from the Dive Down. We recorded an episode last night, and then at the end, because we were like throughout the entire time we were talking about how like I couldn't find the rings, and Shane was like, you could just borrow them from me. I was like, oh, all right, cool, thanks, buddy. So thanks to Shane. Big shout out to Shane. Yeah, I know, right? It is the one ring, if we're being honest. What's rare? One of one ring on paper MTGO rings? It's probably pretty close, to be completely honest. You know what would have been so funny? If they did a serialized version on Magic Online as well. That would have been so good. Force Negation's pretty awkward because we can't loop it back with Engineer now. So that is extremely unfortunate. Why the Blood Moon's in the sideboard? I think they're mostly there for Amulet Titan and potentially Creativity. But I think mostly Amulet. I think it's better to get the Titan here. Mostly because now if they cast Living End, I at least get this back. In theory, if I had a Trash for Treasure, I think getting the portal might be a little bit better. No, shut up. I wasn't talking to Siri. Every time I say a word, Siri just thinks I'm talking to them. Like, literally any word. Alright, blow up your lands. Get them out of here. So they have a 5/5, a 3/4, and a 5/7, none of which attack past the 7/10. I'm just throwing that out there. Guess we can go Scrapwork Mutt, discard Mountain. Alright, well, found the portal. So now I kind of want to chump block with the Scrapwork Mutt so I can discard the portal, which is good if I draw a Trash for Treasure. Oh! Oh, I see. Okay. Well, actually, we're just dead. As a matter of fact, we're just dead. 5, 10, 13, 15. We go to 5. I guess I get one turn. But I don't really know what I'm drawing towards. Not really sure what I'm drawing towards here. Well, I cast it on turn 4. I was unable to cast it on turn 3. Draw card. Go to 4. Draw 2. Yeah, not quite. All right, game 3. Game 3. Seeker with a deck tech. Drop a link in the chat. Yeah, still really don't like these Furies. Maybe Inkwell Leviathan, which plays around Forest. No, I'm just gonna do this. All right, Seeker, what do you got? Red-white Convoke in Modern. So I'm kind of a big fan of not playing the Force of Virtues, similar to the list that top 8 of the showcase on Sunday or Saturday, whatever day it was, and just playing the new Anthem. I think the new Anthem is particularly good. The one that the Flowering of the White Tree or whatever it's called. Do I play Ragavan on one or do I play Saga on one? I guess I just play Ragavan. Yeah, Flowering of the White Tree or whatever it's called. Sentinel, Bushwhacker, Knight, Memnite, Thopter, Inspector, Luxon, Epicure. Those are all good 4-ofs. Gleeful, Kadothel. Let me see if I can find the... I want to find the list from the showcase. Actual Crabrave. Here we go. Hold on. Combat. How's my opponent like 8 minutes behind? And I can actually cast it because I have the Boseiju. That's fucking hilarious. Is that... Yeah, that's probably better than playing the Saga this turn, right? I don't know if it's right, but if it's wrong, I don't want to be right. Alright, nice endurance. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, get that shit out of here. Okay, so this is the list from the showcase, which they have... Oh, they have Halo Hopper instead. So they cut a Sentinel, and they're playing 4 Halo Hoppers and 1 Flowering. Okay. So, go back to the deck tech. If you just cut the 4 forces... Play like maybe you go 2 Halo Hopper and 2 Flowering. I think I like that. Two Halo Hopper, 2 Flowering, because my experience with Halo Hopper when I tried this deck is when you don't have the Gleeful or the Rebirth, that card is really bad. It's good on turn 1 if you have it, but like there are going to be a lot of hands that you keep with, you know, multiple Memnite Stoppers and no Gleeful Rebirth, so I'm not as big of a fan of 4 Halo Hopper. So I think I would do cut these for 2 Hopper, 2 Flowering, and I think I like everything else. I do agree that the 4th Sentinel is pretty good. Yeah. I think it's like a fine card to play a couple copies of. As far as the sideboard is concerned, they had Forge-Tender, Priest, Magistrate, Relic Warder, and you have Priest, Magistrate, Relic Warder, Magus. I don't really think you need Magus in this deck, because you kind of race the big mana decks anyways. So I would probably just cut Magus and play Forge-Tenders, because it makes you a lot better against Fury. Yeah, Magus sucks. No, it doesn't suck, but I don't think you need it, you know? Because in theory, you should be able to race the big mana decks regardless. I mean, I guess I just cast the ring, right? Like, why not? Magus, your services are not needed. It's fine. It's not that you're bad, it's just that your services are no longer needed. Man, I have to say, hitting an Endurance off of the... off of... Ragavan hitting Endurance off of the Living End deck and then casting the Endurance is, didn't have that one on my bingo card. I'll tell you that much. Definitely did not have that on my bingo card. That's pretty good. That's what we call good deck building. But yeah, going back. Alright, what's this hand? Land Drum, turn to Land Engineer Cookbook, discard Engine. And then we have a setup for a Trash for Treasure if we find it. Yeah, I like this hand. This hand's good. Commander Precon's coming this year. Ooh, they better have Doomwake Giant in it. Merkle, Lord of Bones. I'll look that one up. Blood Crypt Ragavan. Merkle, Lord of Bones. What's this thing do? 7 mana, 7/5. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, has Indestructible. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of it. Ooh, that's pretty good with Doomwake Giant. Copy Doomwakes. Then no, they hit my Sundering Titan. It's fine, we can just get Portal. Come on, we're not getting Portal at all. That makes my hand a lot worse. Oh, we're just scamming? That's bad. It's a very, very fast clock. Yeah. This is 10 damage next turn. We're just fucking dead, right? Just, like, extremely dead. Yeah, extremely dead. Not really a lot I could have done about this. If I was in the play, it'd be a different story. Although, even if I was in the play, they still had Fury Scam, so I probably still would have got destroyed. At 8, I have to chump block the Fury this turn. I guess if I was going to... Well, no, I could trade for the Fury, right? Because I could just make another food. Assuming they don't have a Terminate, of course, which we can never beat a removal spell here. But in theory, I can trade for the Fury because I can make a 5/5. But dead to any removal spell. Sure. That's fine. Massive Jugs has been called. It's one way to describe it. Maybe they just don't have Terminate. They should 100% attack with Ragavan. Because the block on Fury is forced. There's no reason not to attack with Ragavan. Well, it appears they don't have a Terminate, so... Can trade here. Trade here, go to 6. Honestly? Yeah, that's bad. That is definitely bad. Hit a Ragavan, which is useless. So they get back Fury. What's our best draw here? I don't know. We're not dead, though. So I can go make token. Unfortunately, I can't get Shadowspear and equip and also block because I have to tap the construct to block. So I guess at that point, I'll just get Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah, and then we could just go block Fury, kill Ragavan, trade for the board. Hope they have nothing left. Still at the top deck. And we still have to hope they don't draw Terminate. Can book the Engineer. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I could just get back the Engineer, right? Alright. And another Feign Death. Oops, all Feign Deaths. Oops, all Feign Deaths. It's a pretty good one. I'm not technically dead, but I don't really know how I ever win this game. Chump block, go to 4. Yeah, not really sure how I ever win this game. Yeah, the ring might buy me the ring might buy me some time. That's definitely my best draw step. I play the land. Because I need 4 mana to be able to ring anyways, and I think that's my only way out is if I like ring into chain some stuff. I mean, I don't know. I guess holding it could have been fine. It didn't matter either way. If I draw the ring, which I think is my only out, I'm gonna have to play the land either way. I think I want Lantern. Yeah, no Asmo in this list. Maybe I want my own Furies, just to be able to hardcast. Kind of want to shave on some of the graveyard stuff because they have Voidwalker, so I can like trim on this maybe, keep one of each, maybe trim a Trash, trim an Engineer, trim a Mutt. This looks pretty good. Yeah, I think I like that. Madge is enabled. What are you talking about, Magus? I can see it in chat. It's showing up on stream. It's literally right there. Alright, really hope they didn't bring in Blood Moon. Oh, Archering. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. I guess I can look it up. I'm probably going to not want it, but I can look it up. I cast the Ragavan card. Go. Oh, this? Chat, do we want Archering? What do you think? Yay or nay? I mean, it's not bad. Alright, fine, I'll add it. Only if you play Bowman. I'll play some Bowman at some point. Yep, it's dead. Cool. Yeah, that's true. Dude, I cannot wait until I play the second Urza Saga and they just slam Blood Moon. It's gonna be great. Ratchet Bomb, sure. Ratchet Bomb. If it's not my own, I gotta go to combat first. If I find like a Pyromancer off their deck, I might just cast that instead. I also might just cast the Pyromancer from my hand. Did I bring in the Needle or no? I did not. I mean, I kind of want to force them to pop the Ratchet Bomb. They might want a Ratchet Bomb on 1 anyways. Just gonna make a token. Really hope they don't cast Blood Moon. Probably never winning this game if they cast Blood Moon. It's like kind of fine-ish, but not really. Get a lot of blockers for Ragavan. They did tick up the Ratchet Bomb to 1, though, which is kind of weird. Because if their plan was to play Pyromancer, why would they tick this up to 1? Since they have the Ragavan checked anyways. And now they can't really check the Construct tokens? That's kind of weird. Maybe they didn't have this in their hand? That's the only thing I could really think of. Okay, I'm just gonna float mana, I think. Because I want to hardcast Fury this turn. Yeah, I'm gonna hardcast Fury. You broke Bowmasters in Modern, do I want to see it? I'll take a look. I'm making a thing off Cookbook. I don't want to just hardcast the engine. I'm gonna let this go. Now we can get the Shadowspear. Then we can go Copperline. Hardcast Fury. Next turn, make another token. Alright, kill your shit. Attack for 2. Still a Pyromancer left over. What is this? Black-red wheels. Black-red wheels. Cool whip. Cool wheels. I mean, Burning Inquiry Bowmasters does go kind of hard. Not gonna lie. Does go kind of hard. I don't hate it. Rude. Rude. I mean, we're still easily winning, but rude. I guess if they have Fury Scam, we're not easily winning. That could be tough to beat. Let's hope they don't do that. Uh-oh. I may have spoken into existence, chat. Alright, no scam. That's good. Also fine. Ragavan's lethal. So they have like a fatal push or something. Word. You may upkeep activate Hearse. Cool. Alright, game 3. I mean, the fact that they have Hearse makes me want to go a little bit lower on the graveyard stuff. I could go down to like 2 trash if I wanted to. But I don't really have a ton of cards that are great against them anyways. I mean, I want the Needle, right? Because they have Ratchet Bomb, Silex, and Hearse. So the Needle's not too bad. Excuse me. Let's go down to like... I don't know. Let's cut a trash. Bring in the Needle. What's up, Kalmomo? Yeah, the only change that I made was I added the 4th ring. I think I cut the third Pyromancer, I believe, is what I cut for it. But yeah, I wanted to play the 3rd ring. But it's felt pretty good so far. The problem with Portal is they have so much graveyard hate between, like, Voidwalker and Hearse, and I really just wanted to shave on the Trash for Treasure stuff. But it's close. Like, their deck is exceptional at at dealing with the graveyard. Okay, no Ragavan's good. I got my Ragavan. Draw a land, but chillin'. Didn't have a 1-mana removal spell. Yeah, Scam is good against graveyard decks, for sure. Singleton Manifold Key? That's kind of cool. Because you can, like, both make a construct unblockable, and you can also untap your ring with it. I actually kind of like that a lot. What'd you cut for the key? Is this when they flash in Bowmasters? That would be unfortunate. Seems like that's what they're doing. Just terminate. Okay, I'm cool with that. So I can engineer for a fatty, but I think it might actually be better to play Scrapwork Mutt, discard engine, because I don't have an art. Like, if I engineer for a fatty, there's no way I can actually get the engineer, like, I can get the fatty in play next turn, even if I rip Trash for Treasure. And this is like the main engineer target, so I'm just gonna go... I might actually just go Mutt, discard engine. Okay. It's more good 3-drops in case I get Thoughtseized. -2 Fable for a ring and a manifold. Yeah, that makes sense. You kept all the Pyromancers. I kind of wanted to do a split of Pyromancer Fable. Okay, that card doesn't do anything right now. It actually fixes my mana. I'm going to play Fable here. Because I'd rather discard these two. I don't really want them. I mean, I guess nah. Maybe Pyromancer was better. It's better against Dash Ragavan, because I don't really want to trade the Shaman token for Ragavan. Yeah, I guess Pyromancer's better against Ragavan. Just mirrors the chat a few seconds ahead of chat on the stream. No, it seems to be, like, exactly synced perfectly. As far as I can tell. Maybe there's a bit of, like, desync on your end, but it looks good to me. Okay, Feign Death. 2 cards in hand. They're going to take, I guess, this. Maybe this. I don't know. Hearse, don't really care. I mean, I guess I do. I do have Engine and Pyromancer. They're going to upkeep activate Hearse again. Alright, definitely discarding the Saga. That is not terrible. Kind of got punished for discarding a land there. Let's go to combat. The question is, do I want to just pitch cast Fury now? I'm pretty close to just hard casting it if I wait till next turn. Okay, sure. Yeah, I think I might just go, like, Epicure. I mean, they only have 1 card. The only way I get punished is if they have another Grief. But there's a Blood Moon in play, and they don't have that many swamps. Yeah, I'm just going to play out my hand. Just have more blockers for Ragavan. And then I can attack, even if I brick on land, I can still use the Shaman next turn to get a treasure and hardcast this. I mean, obviously, I got massively punished for discarding the land there, but I think it's okay. I think we'll be fine. Surely they didn't draw a scam spell, right? I might be able to bait a scam spell if I attack first. Yeah. Because they might just go block Shaman token and then scam, and then I can kill the Grief. Because this is a 2-turn clock, they kind of have to block. And I find it hard to believe that if they drew a scam spell... Oh, okay. So they're going to go make it a 4-4, block make it a 4-4. Which maybe then I can just ignore the Grief and target the Hearse and the Pyromancer? Okay, they go to 8. If I just kill Grief... I actually think it might be better to kill these two. Because then I can just copy Fury and kill the Grief next turn. I mean, it's a little bit awkward because now they have something to do with their mana next turn if they bricked on spells. But do I really care about giving them tokens if I untap with Fury Fable? Because I can just kill the Pyromancer tokens. It's not even that big of a deal. Yeah, if they have all lands, they're just dead. I guess they could have their own Fury. Which it looks like they do. So this almost certainly has to kill the Reflection. So they probably can't kill my Fury with it. They're not killing Reflection. Wow. That's wild. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. I guess we just cast that and pass? And then I can go end step, draw a card, potentially copy Mutt to if I draw Brick. Yeah. Because I really need to find another Fury. Is that one of the 2 rings? That's one of the 4, actually. I'm very surprised that Scam has not tried to adopt this card. This feels like it would be a very good card in Scam. You know, it's a deck that tends to want to play a longer game. Maybe they'll attack. Alright, they are aware. Hook card. Scam wants to play a short game. I mean, sometimes, but it does have the tools to be able to play a long game. You know what I mean? A lot of slow players today. Our first opponent was down like 10 minutes. Why are they waiting? Yeah, I don't really think I want Shadowspear. I don't know why they waited on this. Okay, also don't really want that, which I can discard a blood token. Not a huge deal. It's good. Need to find a land. Easy. So now I am just going to kill the Fury. Kill the Fury, deal 1 to the Grief, attack for 4. Because then if they block with the Grief, it dies. And we can always double block Grief with Fury Epicure. Scam nukes both hands and wants to rebuild faster with value cards. Right, but like the ring in Scam seems to, like, if you dump your hand to Scam, and then I mean, I guess, like, it doesn't curve as well because you ideally would want to Scam on turn 1 or turn 2 and then curve that into a Fable or a Pyromancer. So it's like, would you play a 4-mana version of Fable? Probably not. I don't know, it's close. This card is so fucking dumb. I had no cards in my hand, and now I have 6. Yeah, cool deck. I can even do this just in case I'm worried about dying to this one. Let's go. It's probably safer. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about them. Yeah, I'm actually going to main phase this in case they have Block Fury and then Scam. Yeah. But now they can't really do any damage to me, so... I guess I could also play the Lantern pre-combat in case they have Scam. I mean, the game's over. Yo, dog, I heard you like the One Ring. The One Ring plus Manamo. I thought about playing, like, One Ring Manamo Emery, because Emery is also sick with the One Ring. Where... Oh, sure. Okay, whatever. I guess they can buy a turn. They don't have any out, so it doesn't matter. But it's really cool, like, if you can set up double One Ring plus Emery, you can effectively just loop the protection. And obviously, One Ring plus Manamo is pretty sick. I don't know, I guess if they draw a removal spell for Fury, they're kind of back in it. Yeah, I know. Protection from everything loops. Oh, man. Alright, go to 8. Draw 2 more cards. And they're at 4. So we can just get back 2 mutts, and that's lethal. Get back some mutts. Mutt. Okay, cool. They don't want to play anymore. That was fun. Just like went from having no cards in hand, untapped with this card twice, and then I could not possibly lose the game. It was great. It's good. Chat, you know, I think I'm not gonna lie, I think there might be something to this card. I'm just throwing that out there. There might be something to it. I'll keep this. Is there a way to make artifacts uncounterable? Well, Delighted Halfling makes the ring uncounterable, because it's legendary. Yeah, there was some talk on Twitter. There was some talk on Twitter about it potentially being restricted. I don't fall into that camp, but you know, it would be cool from a flavor perspective, but that's like the only metric on which it would be a reasonable thing to do, because gameplay wise restrictions are atrocious. Like, the only legitimate argument you could make for that, for the case of restricting it, is exactly flavor. Past that, there's just like, no, we don't do that shit. Absolutely not. Bolt. I have been bolted. Go. Go. Why does restricting sucks? It increases variance. Like, if you only, like, for example, a lot of people who, like, aren't a huge fan of Vintage are, and Vintage is a different beast. I understand the cards are way too powerful, like, you know, Ancestral Recall, Mox, Lotus, all that stuff. Like, these cards are way too powerful, and they kind of, you can't allow people to play more than one copy. I get that. But restriction just adds a lot of variance, because you are, like, you're just drawing it, like, you're drawing it less often, and when you draw your one of Ancestral Recall or your one of Black Lotus, there's just, like, it's more of a feel bad. It's just more variance. Right, and outside of exactly Vintage, if a card is too strong, like, just ban it, you know. They're never going to restrict in formats that are not Vintage. That's never going to happen. It's just not realistic. Ragavan. Surely they don't have a counterspell, right? Surely they don't have a counterspell for this ring. They would never. Only allow 2 Fable? Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm surprised they had a counterspell, chat. I am surprised. This is my surprised Pikachu face that they had a counterspell. Ooh. Are they gonna pump their Dreadhorde Arcanist to flashback Expressive Iteration? That'd be kind of cool. About the One Ring being a black artifact, the flavor with Sauron and all the dark power that is attached to the ring. Yeah, maybe. Like, if you're gonna make it a colored card, that's probably the one color that would make the most sense. Yeah. Oh, I guess they already have a One Ring Saga that's a black card? That's funny. I didn't even know that that card existed. Make it pitchable to grief. What if we just made the card, like, Wooburg, one of each color, but the card has the text, you cannot exile this to pay the cost for another spell, right? Yeah, Wooburg and Devoid. that's the way around it. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking. The classic Wooburg Devoid card. Love to see it. I mean, I don't really think we're on the Valky level yet. I mean, I've cast the card a couple of times today, and it feels completely... It feels really fucked up, but at the end of the day, it is... I don't know, it's a 4-mana card. It's tough. It's tough to say. I'm not going to tell you the card's not powerful. Yeah, just have it say, this card cannot change zones. But then you could never remove it from the battlefield. That'd be a weird text to have on a card, right? I guess I should have played one of these on green. Surely this won't get countered. Oh, it actually didn't. Okay. Okay. We're churning through our deck. Why is the meta base like this? Because we're playing Sundering Titan, so we want to play... Well, not only Sundering Titan, but also... we have Ragavan, so... 1... with Sundering Titan, you don't want to have any actual mountains in play because you want Sundering Titan to only blow up their lands. And then with Ragavan, there are some spots where you can hit a green card or hit a white card. Like I actually won game 2 against Living End, where I had a green pathway, and I hit I hit an Endurance off of the Ragavan, and I was able to cast the Endurance because I had a green pathway. So random spots like that too, where it comes up. But it's mostly for Sundering Titan, I would say. Flame of Anor. Wait, this card's a wizard? You're a wizard, Harry. Is this just Spike's deck? I don't know exactly what Spike was playing when he 5-0'd. Wasn't very relevant, though. I mean, it got a Stripe Riverwinder. It wasn't, like, completely irrelevant. They do have mutagenic growth. Let's fucking go! Dude, their deck is sick. I mean, there's a lot of cope here, but it's definitely a sweet deck. I am getting my ass kicked. Okay, you're like 10 turns too late. So I can either Pyromancer, Den, or Sokenzan. So Pyromancer's the best use of my mana. I guess I'll do that. I wish we had Mutagenic and Pioneer. See, the thing about Mutagenic is a lot of the better removal spells are red anyways, like specifically Fiery Impulse, and I think giving people a good tool against Fiery Impulse is not really healthy for the format. Also, free spells are just like, I don't know, I think Pioneer is like the one format where you can say, just don't let us have free spells. They're snapping here instead of snapping next turn on the expressive iteration, which is kind of weird. Yeah, we don't want to make the removal worse, we just want to give us better removal spells. The removal in Pioneer is kind of sketchy. We're just going to trade. I am A-okay with the trade. I've definitely thought about getting Bolt into Pioneer. I don't know if it would necessarily be too good. The only issue with Bolt is, like, it feels weird because the removal spells aren't great, but the only good removal spells are already in black and red, and like arguably the best deck in the format is Rakdos. So do you really want to make Rakdos a better deck? You know, I would be more inclined to give like white a good removal spell, or you know, I don't even know what like a good blue or green bounce spell or fight spell would look like, but something like that. Maybe Path. Prismatic Ending, maybe that's too good. Leyline Binding is arguably better than, it's definitely a better card than Path, but because of no fetches, you can't really support it in Pioneer. Yeah, but there's very few decks that can play Leyline Binding because of the fact that you can't play fetches. You know, it's really hard to do Leyline Binding without fetches. But then at the other time, like, do you want to make blue-white control a better deck because that's what Path would do? So I don't know. It's like a really tough line to balance. Yeah, and more decks play basics in Pioneer than they do in Modern for sure. All right, Didge. Put Forcible in the format? No, I think I'm good with that. Definitely don't think that Pioneer needs Force of Will. That's probably something you don't want to do. Just give us Fury. Remember the unhinged tweet when the Convoke deck was really popping up in popularity? I forget. I think it was Respect the Cat, and they posted a tweet that was like Wizard. They like tagged WotC, and they were like, you need to emergency ban or emergency print Fury into Pioneer right now, or something like that. It was some would say it was one of the tweets of all time. Just take 4, right? I can also block their 1/3 with my 2/2, which I think I will try to do. Double block. Double block is worse if they have Bolt. I don't know if we're there yet, Big Monkey. Maybe we'll get there at some point, but I don't know if we're quite there yet. How am I up 7 minutes, by the way? Anybody answer that question? How am I up 7 minutes? Also, disrespect your surroundings. Get out alive. Cookbook is gone, so I guess I'll just get the Shadowspear. I am going to just go for the Den activation. I know it's like not likely to work out, but pretty far behind. I think I have to go for this. Wow, they don't have a Bolt? I am shocked. How do they have 6 cards in hand and no bolt? Do they have snap? Sure. Kind of fine with that. I mean, we're like weirdly still ahead because we have 3 constructs now. They've already gone through 3 Flame of Venors. I mean, if they have a second mutagenic growth, I'm probably dead. But if they don't have a second mutagenic growth to like be able to to get the Flame of Venor from the graveyard, we might be okay. Another Snapcaster Mage. That's probably good enough. Shatter, kill, attack with these 2. I guess they have nothing to flashback. Still maybe have outs. Not likely, but maybe. I guess timing them out is a realistic out. Sure, because they're going to blow up the Shadowspear. Makes sense. Dream of a Pioneer with Brainstorm, Stoneforge, and Bath. Brainstorm, probably a little too good. Even without fetch lands, Brainstorm, like, in Historic, they had to ban Brainstorm in Historic, even though there were no fetch lands. Like, that card is still probably way too good. 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna pass. I just will counter this. They're not countering anything else. I don't know why they wouldn't cast Counterspell there. Maybe I should loot away the Sokenzan main phase, but I almost just want to hold this. There's a chance I can, like, sneak lethal somehow. I don't know. They are playing Snapcaster in 2023. Alongside Flame of Anor. Did you ever work on Simic Unctus again in Pio? No, I put that one down. I think that one's missing a little bit too much. A little too fragile. That deck is just so bad against a single copy of Fatal Push. It doesn't really have a good backup plan, you know? Like, it's weird for a Collected Company deck to not be able to win a game through conventional ways, and that kind of what that felt like to me. You were just playing a Coco deck where all of your Coco hits were terrible. Okay. Tank Bolt. Alright, I'm at 1. You have another Bolt. Okay. Minus 10 minutes, by the way. Just saying. We can just... That's our win condition, baby. That is our win condition. The way to make it Merfolk Tribal with the combo included. Well, the issue is the combo is, like, there's too many pieces that are required. I know. I love how their screen name is Play Faster, and they're, like, you know, 10 minutes behind after game 1. That is pretty great. That is pretty great. A lot of counter spells. Lantern seems pretty good against Arcanist. I kind of want these Furies, too. I'm going to shave on the Trash for Treasure stuff. It's just so bad against Spell Pierce. I can shave an Engineer. They didn't show me Ragavan. I wonder if that means they're not playing it. Do something like this. It's like, I mean, I guess the one cool thing is that Kyora's follower is a merfolk. So maybe you could kind of lean into that. What's up, Micah? Chat, thank you all so much for being here today. I hope you're having a great time. Again, tomorrow we're gonna be hitting a little bit of a subpocalypse. So after tomorrow, we're gonna be a little bit further away from that sub goal. So if anybody's got a spare Prime sub and you want to help us get towards that sub goal, so we can get to the next Pure Modern event, would greatly appreciate the support. Again, Prime subs do not cost you a single dollar. So if you got a spare one and you want to throw it my way, would greatly appreciate that. No. No. Okay, this is better. I think I'm going to put back the second Epicure. Just lead on Ragavan. Aha! So they bolt my Ragavan, I play a second one. Or they don't bolt at all. Also fine with that. Also A-okay with that. Actually, funny enough, their deck plays Dreadhorde Arcanist. I actually don't know that I want to put this in their graveyard. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird at all. Yeah, I'm just not going to cast it. Because it gives them a good Arcanist target. And if they had Bolt, they would have killed my Ragavans. They obviously don't have Bolt. Yeah, let's keep the treasure too. I'm going to save the blood token. Just so I can A, make a bigger construct, and B, if I draw a big artifact, I'd rather discard that to set up a trash for treasure. Blood Moon would definitely suck here. Okay, Consider is fine. Apparently we don't have any primers in the chat. Daily prime check. I could make a 3/3, which I probably will do. Yeah, they don't even attack. Alright, make a homie. Make another homie. Could have Dress Down. Search for an artifact. I think I'm going to get Soul Guide Lantern with the first one. And we'll go like that. Play a land. Go to combat. Attack for 5. We'll just chill. Consider is fine. Your sister is using your mom's prime sub. Pog. Alright, we have lethal next turn. Easy. Easy lethal next turn. No longer have lethal next turn. Okay. Okay. Now I kind of want to use the blood because they're going to pop the Ratchet Bomb anyways. Because I could have discarded Ragavan, but I might just want to flash this back. I'm going to actually not activate because they should pop the Ratchet Bomb now to play around Pithing Needle. Or they didn't. Kind of assumed they would. Now we can just go Shadowspear. Equip Ragavan. And attack. And this way, after they pop the bomb, we can still get in with Ragavan, or they have to chump block with Arcanist. I forgot how long the intro to the song is. It's pretty long. Consider. I should have used the treasure to cast the Shadowspear. Because now I just lost the treasure for no value. Alright, they go to 7. Hit a Ragavan trigger. Ooh. I don't really have anything I can flash back, though. Is that even worth casting? I guess. It's a blocker. Yeah, 2 mana, 1/3, by the way. I mean, I have to use a treasure to do it, but it's probably fine, because I have 3 mana to play Pyromancer either way. Ooh, this song is good. Old school Glassjaw just hits different. I bought some for your Boros Pioneer deck. What Arcanist? Is it the heroic deck? When the ring is the one. Sing my grin. They have a Snapcaster Mage. Got a chump block. Oh, they have mutagenic growth. I see. 3 mana. Oh, are they gonna shatter the Shadowspear? That's bad. Rude. Not a lot I can do about that. Cast Seasoned Pyromancer, which is likely getting counterspelled. Okay, never mind. Definitely gonna keep the ring. Ooh, trash for treasure. That gets back, I guess, engine right now. Can hopefully find something better next turn. Kurt Bros, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted sub and getting us closer to that subscriber goal. Thank you very much, Kurt Bros. Targeted gift sub. American Sniper. Oh, it's because the sister stole the prime sub? I see. We felt bad. Well, they didn't have a counterspell last turn. They could have Spell Pierce, I guess. Because they couldn't Spell Pierce the Pyromancer. I'm still casting. We have Snapcaster covered, so if they have Snap Counterspell, we can just Lancer in the Counterspell. Kind of expect this to not resolve. Okay, it's fine. Your turn. We legitimately might just time them out at this point. What's up, Bleacha? Unlicensed Hearse. That one's pretty good against my trash for treasure. Although they probably have to main phase it, given that I have Seasoned Pyromancer, right? Is that 7 minutes or 2 minutes? What do you mean? Oh no, they're on 7 minutes. But they're still 12 minutes behind. There's only game 2. If I win this game, there's no chance they win game 3. Just not possible. Graz. Well, I don't know why they didn't hearse me. Do I actually want to Pyromancer or Engine? Engine might just be better. Because I only get to do one, because they're likely going to target both with Hearse this turn. I actually think Engine is better, because they also can't counter the Engine. Wait, how does Unearth work? I thought Unearth exiled as a cost, because it was in the graveyard with the ability on the stack. I thought it exiled as a cost. Oh, I fucked up then. That was horrible. I could have sworn that it exiled as cost, but I guess not. I don't know why I thought that. It really doesn't exile as a cost? I could have sworn that's how Unearth worked. I mean, I'm probably just wrong. They have Bolt for this, but that still puts them to 4. I'm okay with shoving all. I just have a lot of random bozos. They have to bolt the creature that's going to die anyways. It's not a cost. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was. I guess I just haven't played with Unearth cards in a while. Sure. An exile and then put it into play and then exile it again. Well, no, because I think it has to be, like, I'm under the assumption that it would have to be in the graveyard in order to fully resolve. So if you activate Unearth and then it gets exiled in response, it's no longer in the graveyard to check when the ability resolves. That's how I'm guessing it works. But again, I could be wrong. Yeah, you wouldn't get the Unearth at that point. What's up, TP? Do I even care about this Arcanist? I guess I do. I guess I won't give them cards. They have a DHA? They sure do. They can snap Flame in response, but that would tap them out. I'm probably going to lose this game with them having like 2 minutes on their clock, and I'll be at 17. That's what I feel like is going to happen. It's kind of ironic because their name is Play Faster. I do find that pretty funny. How was it only game 2? I have no idea. Okay, cast the Engineer. I feel like Spike today. Spike had a lot of slow opponents today too. I'm just gonna go Saga into Scrapwork Mutt. Or, excuse me, Saga into Pyromancer, I should say. Well, that's unfortunate. Just gonna play this as another blocker for the Ragavan. Again, if I just buy a bunch of time, I think I'll be fine. Are we gonna 5-0 with Graz? I don't know. We'll have to see what happens this game. If I win this match, it will likely be due to timeout. They only have 2 cards in their hand. The Saga was a very good draw step. Chasing shadows. Don't care too much about that. I have plenty of blockers for that guy. I'm just gonna trade for the Ragavan. I don't care about this. This gives me 2 more blockers for the DHA. I feel like if they had a removal spell, they probably would have attacked with Arcanist. So that leads me to believe they don't have another removal spell. Okay, draw a brick. Unforge. Go. Shadowspear is gone. Can still get... We don't really have a lot of good targets left for Saga. Raw Dog, Snapcaster. Cookbook buys time. Yeah, that's true. We could just, like, gain 3 life a turn. That might just time them out by itself. The Hearse is going to be scary. Yeah, we're going to have to chump block that thing a lot. Okay, I'll just make a 2-2, and I will attempt to trade... Or I'll put 2-2 here, and then 1-1 here. Looks like I'm not doing any of that. No, I didn't board in the Needle, I think. Did I? No, I didn't board in the Needle. Okay, that's bad. Probably should have attacked me with Hearse there. I guess now they can eat the Scrapwork Mutt. I mean, assuming they don't time out, we're definitely going to lose this game. But we might time them out. Oh, I don't even have the cookbook. I guess did I board it out? Oh, no, it got countered. I discarded it a while ago, yeah. Well, that sucks. I don't even have the cookbook. The ring, maybe? Ring, Pyromancer, Fable. Yeah, that's certainly not going to do it. It's not a good draw step. Yeah, ring would be pretty good. I really, really, really don't like playing matches like this. I'm just like sitting here doing nothing the entire time. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. It just sucks. You know? It just feels so bad. And also, like, for you guys, I feel bad for you. Like, you're, you know, it's not my time that's being wasted. It's your time as well. But it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. Maybe if somebody gifts subs, they'll play faster. Doubt it, but there's only one way to find out. Yeah, maybe their name is to remind them to play faster. It's not working out very well, though. I'll tell you that much. Certainly not working out very well. Not working out that well. I'm gonna hope to hit Flame of Anor off their deck and then blow up the hearse. It's my only out, I think. Okay, your turn. Why dash? Because my only out is hit Flame of Anor and destroy this. I don't think I realistically have any other way out of this. I know I could chump block, but chump blocking is not a winning line. I'm just dead. God, that was painful. That was painful. All right, chat. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ. Sounds good. What's up, Shane? Yeah, I know, right? Maybe they changed it to that because they like kept getting messages in chat from their opponents. They're like, man, this maybe this would be a good screen name. God. Ragavan with first strike, hello. Can play around the flashed in Memnite. Or that just gets bolted, which is more likely. We got 2 1/1s to block their Ragavan. Oh yeah, they need you to play fast. True. Hadn't thought about that. Let's go. I mean, I'm gonna play the Saga regardless, so let's just do this first. Don't really want to trigger the Shredder. Unironically, I think I'd rather just have this in play and just not play the Ragavan, and then we could just go beat down mode with Saga Shadowspear. Is this ring card the real deal? It's kind of fucked up. I've cast it a couple times today, and every single time I've cast it, it's felt very, very good. And, like, the nice thing about it, it just goes in so many different shells. Such a powerful card. DRC. What's up, Root Beer? Okay, double Channeler. Bin Thoracle, so this is Breach. Funny enough, Thoracle does get around the One Ring. Like, I was thinking about casting this, but it might actually just be better to make Saga tokens. Yeah, actually, I think it is. So we'll just go Ragavan pass. Go make a Saga token end of turn. Maybe I'll cast this next turn. I think a 4-mana card is bannable. I don't know. It's really tough to say whether or not I think it's bannable yet. You know, I mean, it's realistically... The set just got released last, Tuesday at this point, so it's 1 week old. Like, I know that a lot of people are playing it, but it's also... a lot of people are playing it because it's, like, the shiny new toy, you know? And a lot of people are testing out with it, trying in a lot of different shells. But I think we just got to give the meta a little bit of time to settle. Like, it's possible that it ends up being too good, but I think a lot of it is just, you know, people just want to try out the new stuff. Yeah, I mean, we had some results this weekend, and there were a decent amount of copies. Like, I mean, I guess the NRG top 8, I think the only ring deck was the Tron deck from Cat, but it did pretty well in all the Moto events. Yeah, Twitter says ban, so we must ban. Yeah, let's see the results from the PT first, and then after we see PT results, then we can have a discussion. Yeah, we gotta let it breathe. What do I think of Convoke? I'm assuming you're talking about Modern. I have not had the opportunity to play Convoke in Modern yet, but it's honestly probably pretty good. Swish, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you. Welcome everybody from Swish's stream. We're playing a lot of the Ring today. We're seeing how good it truly is. Shrapnel blasting the One Ring. Sounds like it's something that you would enjoy. I don't have the Lantern main deck, do I? I think it's in the sideboard. And Forge. But I still kind of think I have to just make another token. Straight up dead if they have Breach. I don't really think there's anything I can do about that. Do I have to kill the Emery? They can get back Bauble. I think I'm going to go get Pyrite Spellbomb. Equip attack for 6. Because, again, playing the One Ring doesn't really accomplish that much, given that they have Thassa's Oracle as their kill. Yeah. Yeah, we can't... We're dead to Breach regardless of what we do. And I don't think the One Ring stops that because they have Station plus Thoracle. So there's just really no reason to cast the Ring here. They're double chump blocking. I guess I'll kill the Shredder. I don't think it really matters. I think they just have Breach in hand. Pretty sure that we're gonna get breached. Right, it appears that my viewer count has spiked up a little bit, if you know what I mean. So if you're coming in from Aspiring Spike stream, thank you very much. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you had a great time. I can always tell when Spike ends. Killing every may have helped since it makes casting Mamber harder. Well, they don't need Mamber, right? If they just had Breach, I'm dead anyways. Because they can just kill me with Bauble Station. They don't need Mox Amber. Oh, they don't have a legendary creature in their graveyard, but they can just go 2 mana. They can just tap Mountain Sacred Foundry for Breach, and then have Island Steam Vents up to cast the Thoracle. Boros Pia or Blue-Black Archfiend for an Arcq. Almost certainly would rather play the Pia deck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. We're very close to lethal. If I equip Shadowspear, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They go to 4. Pyrite puts them to 2, so we're not quite... don't have quite lethal. I'm just not even sure that I want to cast the Ring here. Right? Like, maybe it's just better to go... equip Shadowspear to Construct, shove everything at them. If I brick off Ragavan, I can kill the Embry with Pyrite Spellbomb. Ring is Time Walk. The thing is, if I'm losing to Breach, they're going to be able to breach Thassa's Oracle, so the Ring does not stop them from killing me with Thassa's Oracle, and in that instance, I don't think casting this is that relevant. They're not going to station me. They're going to station themselves, and they're going to mill their entire deck and cast Thassa's Oracle, which the Ring does not get protection from. So I think that is mostly an irrelevant line. Like, if I cast the Ring and they have Breach, I still lose. Right? So there's just almost no reason to do that. The Springleaf Drum. It's not really going to change much. I guess I will kill the Emery, because I think that might matter. And... I guess I'll cast their Drum. Go. Oh, I could have given Ragavan First Strike to get the treasure before combat, or before this hit them. I did not even think of that. So I was actually only 1 off. The Emery doesn't matter. The Emery's at 1, and I don't care about the Emery. Or, excuse me, I don't care about the Teferi. The only card that mattered on that board was the Emery. Alright, so I'm going to bring in Lantern. Could Needle. Stop, like, Mishra's Bauble and Teferi. I don't really know if that's relevant. Haywire Mite's good. Stonebrain is maybe good. Fury seems not great. Inkwell's probably mid. Yeah, I guess Needle stop Station too. Could Trim on... I don't really know. I don't want the grass, because I'm probably going to be going for Titan or Portal more often. I think I can maybe shave the Fables, a Mutt, and an Epicure. I kind of want to keep all the Engineers and Trash for Treasures. Maybe 3 Haywire Mites is too much. Keep in the Epicure. I don't think I want Stonebrain. Yeah, this looks good. Let's try this. Could be on Grape Shot over Thoracle. They had the Thoracle in the graveyard. So this hand needs to draw a Fatty. Actually needs to draw a Fatty and another artifact. Because if I use the Blood Token to discard Fatty, I don't have anything for trash. I'm going to ship this. It's a 1-laner, but I think there's a lot more upside with this hand. I could consider cutting Monkey on the draw, because it's not that great against Ledger Shredder. It's, like, not unreasonable. Yeah, big shreds. Big shreds. That's what Big Shreds does not want you to know about. They are bolting my Voldaren Epicure. Okay. They have Ragavan? I mean, yeah, I get it, but that's an aggressive bolt. I have to try and find a land here. So I think I should probably discard, I guess, Scrapwork Mutt. Okay, land acquired. Could play Haywire Mite to try and trade for Ragavan. It's not setting up Trash for Treasure, but I don't have the artifact. Yeah. I can't set up Trash for Treasure next turn anyways because I don't have the artifact in the graveyard. Land would have been perfect because I could have binned the artifact and had the Engineer to be able to block Ragavan and had the Blood to sack the Trash for Treasure. We unfortunately did not find a land. Then, yeah, I think I want to stem the bleeding on the Ragavan a little bit. This feels bad, but I think it is correct. Go to combat. So we can go ahead and Pyrite Spellbomb the Ragavan this turn. Hopefully try to cast the Goblin Engineer next turn. Go from there. Oh, I guess that turned on Delirium. So I take the same amount of damage. Right, it's the same either way. That's a good draw step. So they have a lot of stuff to get back. Notably no graveyard hate, so nothing like a Soul Guide Lantern or anything. Let's cast this first. I think I get the Portal over the Titan. Yeah, it's gotta be Portal. And then I'm going to cast the Cookbook here, so I have a guaranteed artifact in play, even if I don't draw land. I think that's right. Guess they could Spell Pierce this. Dash Monkey. Nah. I mean, if this resolves, I just win. I mean, not necessarily. They can still breach out of it, but I really do think I want to try and set up for Portal next turn. Guess they could have Spell Pierce, which would not be great. Spell Pierce would not be great. I only have 2 cards, though. Portal does not target. It says each opponent. So even if they ringed me, the Portal gets through the ring. Or you're talking about creatures in the graveyard. Yeah, Portal targets the creature in the graveyard for the second ability. Yeah, that one's a target. But no, if they cast the ring, they would not have protection from the Portal. You meant OP. Yeah, I gotcha. I knew what you meant. Okay, not going to discard off Cookbook here because I kind of want to keep the Ragavan, so if I find a worse card to discard, which I don't know if that qualifies as a worse card to discard. Like, I might rather just have the extra land here because I am going to lose the Saga next turn. Yeah, I think I'd rather have the land. Let's go discard Ragavan. Guess we could, like, I don't know. I can't think of a reason not to play the land. Alright, show me Spell Pierce. Well, I don't want you to show me Spell Pierce, but... No, we have not, unfortunately, not put a Grass into play yet. Every time we've had the opportunity to go Engineer into Trash... Well, this is actually the first time I've cast Trash for Treasure this league, but... we played against Living End, and we would rather have Sundering Titan against them, because Grass is not very good post-Living End. And then... the other matchups, we just were never really in a position to get Grass in play. Wow. Did not expect that to resolve. Alright, go. What's up, Red-Eye? Definitely did not expect to resolve that. Let's take their Emery. Then we can Emery back Scrapwork Mutt. I don't know if I'd rather have Emery or Channeler. Okay. Oh, we can Emery Loop Spellbomb. Yeah, that's probably better. Did the ring just become available today on Mana Traders? I actually got mine from Shane. Me and Shane recorded the dive down last night, and we were talking about like how I had not had the ability to get them yet, and Shane was just like, "Yo, you can just borrow mine." So I got mine from Shane. Card Bros also reached out to me and said he had some, and I got mine from Shane. No other good targets for that one, so let's just go make a construct. Probably get Soul Guide. Because I still have Ragavan, Haywire, Scrapwork, and Epicure, so I'd rather just exile their graveyard. Don't really think it matters, because I'm just going to sack the Lantern anyways. And I guess we'll pass? Yeah, wait till they activate the Emery, then I can sack the Lantern. And also, now we just have Emery plus Lantern. We haven't cast too many rings so far this league, but the times that I've casted, it has been pretty good. Kill the Emery. I guess it's funny because if they kill the Emery now, I can just get it back, which is pretty hilarious. I guess I have to be a little careful. I am at 10, and they do now have a Ledger Shredder. I can buy some time with this. Cheeky shenanigans. I guess that is one way you could describe it. Can first strike Emery to block Monkey. Yeah, well, I can get back the Haywire Mite, but I don't have green mana to sack it. Unfortunate. Now I have to get back the Emery again, which is dope because I'm just milling more cards to try and find a fatty for this trash. Oh, that works. Yeah, that works, Jenna. I think that works. Okay. 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 I guess they still have 2 lands in play. I should have attacked first. Oh no, this is, well, it's the same, right? Because I sack an artifact to put a Titan into play, so it's kind of the same. Why not just get another portal? Oh, I didn't see that I milled over the portal. I guess that was probably better, yeah. I didn't even see that I milled over a portal. I should have got that instead. I was too excited because I drew the Titan. Played the Mono Blue Ring Control deck. Did he play the list from the Challenge Top 32? The one that had, like, it was like 4 Sphaloon. That deck looks so weird. Yeah, way too excited about the Titan draw. Okay, let's target Thassa's Oracle, I guess. Ragavan Engineer. Is there anything cool I can engineer for? I guess I already have, like, all that I want in the Emery. Just get the Oracle. Well, they can kill the Oracle and get it back. Wasn't it actually better to just get an artifact creature? Because then I can go rebuy... Okay, it didn't matter. Alright, because now I can go rebuy Pyrite, kill Ragavan, play Epicure. Actually, this is just lethal as is, right? Rebuy Pyrite, kill Ragavan is just lethal. Because it's 11. So I don't even have to do anything else. This lets me hold up. Oh, I guess I still can't hold up Cookbook. Okay, this is 11. I guess they do have 4 card types. They could Unholy Heat the Construct token, and then still take 7 from the Sundering Titan. What is this? Oh, that's bad. It is bad. And they don't even have lands to blow up, so I just have to blow up my own land. Well... They have 1 card in hand. Is it worth casting Epicure to let them loot? Probably it gets in more damage. It's worth it. It's awkward to let them loot, because this puts me to... this can put me to bolt range. No, this was bad. Well, I can't crack the food this turn either way. Yeah, I lost this game because I didn't put the second portal into play. If I just put the second portal into play, they could never win. So that one's on me. I go to 6 here. Okay, they discarded land, which is good for me, because now we're not necessarily dead to Bolt. I guess they can get... If they have Bolt, they can get a trigger for Emery by going Bauble into Bolt. So I guess even if I didn't trigger the Emery, or the Shredder, they still could have done it themselves, right? No matter what. So it's probably fine. Like, no matter what, they're going to get the trigger connive. Assuming they have Bolt, of course. You're too low. Yeah, I mean, I punished myself a little bit for going for this line in the first place. Like, I hadn't thought about them being able to kill the Sundering Titan. Never hit the ring in the graveyard with Emery in play. Well, honestly, that wouldn't even be that good. So we go to 3. But now we can just discard whatever we draw to the food. I think we get back the Sundering Titan again. I mean, they're going to have 1 card in hand. So yeah, we just get back the Sundering Titan, discard whatever we draw to gain 3. Done. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it main phase. Still dead to Bolt. Right, because we go to 2. So I guess I am still dead to Bolt. Oh, what a weird game. What a strange game. I definitely threw it by not getting the second portal. It is only one ring. I've gone through half of my deck and still haven't found a ring, by the way. Leave Oracle back to block Emery. I mean, I have the Titan to block Emery, right? And also, even if they remove the Titan, that's still only 5 damage. It's pretty hard for them to be able to remove the Titan for 1 mana. Okay, fetch to 3. That's not a good sign. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill, 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 chill. Chill, 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 chill. Why are they shocking to 1? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna put up a 4-1 prediction and then restart Moto. There's a lot of lag towards the end there. I got a turn 1 Ragavan and a lot of nothing. I'm still gonna keep, though. Fable will fix all. Santa's not very good against Living End if that's what they're playing. And that deck was seen yesterday, so they're likely still playing it. Perhaps it could be another program. Do you have any ideas, Magus? Would you like to share with the class? I mean, drawing the Engineer is not bad. I guess we have to decide if we want to get Titan or Graz. I mean, I guess there's also a consideration to get Portal, but Portal's bad if they have Grief. I guess if they Grief me this turn, they're just going to take this. Hopefully they don't Grief me now. Yeah, this is Living End. Beat Living End round 1. I do think it is a pretty decent matchup, specifically because of Goblin Engineer. But yeah, Sundering Titan's not looking too hot. I'm definitely going to cast Engineer, I think. Yeah, I think I got to cast the Engineer. But yeah, I guess the question is, what do we get? Huh. Nah, the problem with Graz is I don't think a 7-5 beats... Like, if they have any other cycler end of turn, I don't think 1/7/5 beats, like, 4 creatures. Because they can just double block the Graz, I only trade for 1 of them, and then they still have 3 creatures to my 0. I guess I could get Portal. Portal is really bad if they have Force of Negation, though. Like, do you think Sundering Titan races double Curator? I mean, if we determine that the Sundering Titan is not going to race their current graveyard plus 1 more cycler, then we should probably go for Portal. Well, if I get Sundering Titan, it doesn't matter if they have Force, because the Sundering Titan comes back if they Living End, right? That's the idea. I think I'm actually just going to get the Sundering Titan. I don't know if that's right. But the cool thing about the Sundering Titan is if they cast Shardless Agent, they can't... I mean, I guess they can attack with the Curators, but maybe we can try to resolve this. It's going to be weird. Going to be kind of weird. If they don't have Force Negation, going for Portal is really good. But I think there is a pretty high likelihood that they do have Force Negation. And they're likely going to have another cycler here, too. Yeah. Yeah, we can slam the ring next turn. Which, I mean, if they have Force, they'll definitely force the ring. Okay, so they have Outburst. Combat. Surely they're not going to let me hit them with Ragavan, right? Wow, they are. That's kind of shocking. I'm still casting this. Maybe they have Hardcast Force? Or maybe their plan was to try and cycle again. And let that resolve, which is a little surprising. I do not know that song, Magus. I am not aware of the song. Not sure that I want to be aware of the song, given the title. It's probably not up my alley. Yeah, they're just going to make a bigger Living End so they can overpower the Sundering Titan. Probably could have read that. Although I still think going for this is fine. I guess the awkward part about playing the ring this turn is that the protection... I don't really get anything out of the protection. Yeah. It's possible I messed this game up. Maybe I should have just went for Portal and just said fuck it. And I guess there's a world where they didn't find the Cascade spell, but I find that hard to believe. Yeah, well, it's just the fact that I didn't have enough early pressure, and the Sundering Titan just doesn't beat what's in their graveyard. They just don't care about the Sundering Titan at this point. Titan to blow up their lands and force the Outburst. I guess I could have just went for trash that turn. Well, no, because if I Titan, they just go float mana, let Titan resolve, and then Outburst after the Titan's in play, and then I lose the Titan. Right? Isn't that just worse? Because then it's worse for me because then they have 4 creatures and I have nothing in play. So I think that ends up being worse for me if they do have the outburst. I mean, yes, they have to cast it, but I also don't have a 7/10 in play. Yeah, can we just have Goblin Welder? I promise I won't do anything bad with it. I promise. Surely I can be trusted with Goblin Welder as a, responsible adult. All right, I draw cards. Yeah, bridge also. What bridge? Yeah, Orcish Lumberjack. What did they... Oh, they put Orcish Lumberjack into the Vintage Cube. That's what it was. Okay. I can maybe buy a turn. Unlikely. They're gonna rearrange the top 3 cards of my library. I guess I want to draw in response. I know I lose more life this way. Yeah, I guess we win if we draw a portal. Well, no, not really. Not even necessarily, right? Because they could still just have Force Negation. Could also draw, a land. 18... Block here... Alright, dead. Didge. I guess I could have Epicure to get one more draw step. Okay, Stonebrain coming in. I don't want Blood Moon. Lantern, good. I think there's the... We played this matchup before, and I think that's the only cards that I boarded in. Yeah, that looks good. Cut. I'm gonna keep the Grazian, because I don't mind just naturally drawing Graz, given that I can discard it and get it back at the living end. Pyrite Spellbomb does nothing. Shave Fable, I think it's a little too slow. Maybe like Voldaren Epicure. Yeah, it's fine. I could cut a ring, but I don't really want to. Because, it is the ring. The decklist that I saw from the challenge had 3 copies, and I said to myself, you know what? Let's just play a 4th. I think ring is pretty good against them. Like, I think if I had waited a turn on the ring, I might have had a chance that game. Because I would have been able to fog after they played the living end. Maybe I could have won if I forced their hand. Like if I just go trash for treasure the turn that they held up 3 mana. Which version of the ring do I like the most? This one for sure. I think this is the best art. Personally speaking. I mean, this one's like fine, but the background just doesn't do it for me. I like this one a lot better. Yeah, I guess the version that I like the most is the serialized version that I'm probably never going to open. But I may or may not get some collector boosties to try and, What is this, Fire Abomination? John, have you heard about this card? It's called the One Ring. You know what it does? You should probably put it in Neo form. It's probably good in Neo form. Dude, if somebody opens the One of One Ring and just casts it on camera at the Pro Tour, that would be unbelievable. The ultimate Chad maneuver. Okay, this hand is good. A really good 7-card hand. But I'm not sure what I'm supposed to put back. I guess it's just the Springleaf Drum, right? And we can lead on Lantern into Stonebrain? I think that makes sense. Leading Lantern in case they have Grief. Now they have to have force this plus Grief for this. Which, I mean, if that's what they have, that's what they have. Not much I can do about that. Well, they did have Force into Grief, so good beats, good beats, good beats, good beats, good beats. We call those the beat when the beats are good. I mean, I still do have Epicure Sundering Titan. So it's like, honestly, maybe not that bad. When the beat goes on and on and on and on. The beat goes. When the beat goes. No sleeves packed with a rubber band plays the Ringed Goblins. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. I mean, they know about the Titan, so I might as well cycle it now just to use my mana. I can't pretend like I don't have it. They know about it. Attack. Cool. Okay, them not having a cycler is pretty good, because that kind of means that their hand is all Cascade spells, and if they play a Cascade spell, Sundering Titan probably beats Grief plus Oliphant. Now we can just jam the ring. It's pretty good. 14... Hope they don't have second force. Okay, no second force. I like that. Maybe they'll try and force a vigor it. Imagine if they did. Imagine if they didn't read the card. Somebody did that on camera at the NRG. They learned a lesson. They learned a very, very important lesson. Draw. Ooh. The unstoppable Juggernaut. And the Juggernaut is unstoppable. I guess I should have ringed main phase in case I drew Ragavan. Yeah, I should have done this main phase. Okay, that's actually not bad. Because they don't know about the Juggernaut. So now if they go for a living out, I can discard Jugs and get 2 things back. And we're at 19, so we got a little bit of time before we need to kill this ring. We do have 4 Engineer, 4 Trash for Treasure to get rid of it. I'm actually not going to use the cookbook here, because I just don't want them to know that I have this. Right? I mean, it is nice to get to, like, maybe I want to start cracking food. But they could have Endurance. Yeah, I'm just not going to use it. Discard a land. Yeah, maybe I don't need the land. Yeah, that's a lot of cards. Let's go to combat first. And now we can just start dumping a bunch of creatures. So we can go Engineer. Probably like Engineer into Pyromancer this turn. Because now we can actually put them on a clock. I can even put this grass in the graveyard and then not have to discard this one. And if they Endurance me, I can discard this one at instant speed. Which is, I think, good. I think having a backup grass is nice. And then we can just go 1, 2, 3, Pyromancer. I guess I have to worry a little bit about dying, like, all in one turn. If they go exactly Pitch, Cast, Endurance, and Outburst, that could be a little dicey. Okay, drew Trash, which, that should actually be lethal next turn, right? Because I can just get back Graz, and these are all 5 power. Yeah, they're all 5 power, right? They're all 5/3s. This might be the spot where they fire it off, but I get 3 things back. I can likely survive. Are we sticking out Grass some way? We have Trash for Treasure. That's kind of the main way they were getting into play. So, lose 3, go to 14. We can afford to keep going because I have Engineer. Should I just Engineer now? Because I can Engineer for Stonebrain and force them to act, right? And then if they do anything, I can just proceed from there. Yeah, I think I should lead on that. So let's lead on this. Sack the ring. I guess now they have enough mana to hard. They could have gone Hardcast Endurance, and have a Cascade spell. Okay, so they're gonna go for a Cascade spell, which is fine. I think that's okay with me. I could discard the Goblin Engineer first, but I think I'd rather just cast another ring. So let's let this resolve. Discard Graz. I already have one in my graveyard. Oh, they're going to grief the ring. That's a little awkward. I forgot that they were getting the grief back. So we actually are not going to be able to ring, assuming they take it. Yeah, we already had one in play. That's why I didn't discard Graz. It is a legendary creature. They took the Trash for Treasure? Why would they do that? I have no artifacts in my graveyard. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Force of Vigor. I still think I might just name Living End. Because, like... Yeah, I think I should probably still just name Living End. Just in case. So they have Otawara Steam Vents. I guess Force of Negation could have been a reasonable name, but they can't hardcast it, so they'd have to pitch cast it. Funny enough, the Graz makes my Sundering Titan worse. That is pretty hilarious. Okay, so we'll just do this. Yeah, they don't want to play anymore. Cool. Game 3. Game 3, game 3. Let's run it back. With Cookbook, you get a ring for 3 mana instead of 4. Well, the thing you have to realize about the ring is when it enters the battlefield, if you only get the protection trigger if you cast it. So if you trash for treasure the ring back into play, you don't actually get the protection trigger. So maybe they just didn't realize that. You do get my precious. That is very, very true. Yeah, it works with Emery because you're casting it from the graveyard with Emery. I mean, for the 1/1 ring, I probably would. I'm gassy today. Chad, how are we doing today? What is up? What is up? What is up? I know. Imagine if that card was legal in Pioneer. It would be a shit show. Especially with like Mono Green Devotion. Oh boy. I don't even want to think about that card being legal in Pioneer. On vacation. Nice. Seasoned Pyromancer 6 lands, huh? That's gonna be a no from me, dog. Sand's kind of worse. I mean, it is Engineer for Sundering Titan on turn 2, but I have nothing else. I think I actually have to go to 5. I guess. So I can go turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Mutt, discard Grass. It's gonna have to be good enough. Struggling to find a playable 2-drop in my Pioneer green-black deck. Have you tried Grimflayer? I mean, I don't know if your deck is about Delirium or anything like that, but if you're playing like a Golgari mid-range style deck, either Grimflayer or Armored Scrapgorger is another good one. I've seen some Golgari mid-range decks that have Scrapgorger. Scrapheap Scrounger is kind of awkward because a lot of the mid-range decks aren't really creature dense or creature dense enough to play Scrapheap Scrounger. If I had this on turn 1, I would have played it on turn 1. Alright, maybe they think they can beat a Graz. Actually, if they live again, I get 2 7/5s, or I get a 7/5 and a 5/3. It's kind of funny because my Ragavan would have to attack into the Generous End. That'd be really awkward, actually. Yeah, if they just live again right now, I could also just trade for Graz, I guess, with the Generous End. One of the games of all time was that one with the opponent having a meat hook in play, and you won that game? Holy crap. Did your opponent disconnect? We got 420 viewers, chat. That's the funny number. Get it? Because it's funny. The number, when it's funny, it's a funny number. You get it? You get the joke? I will go to my combat step. No reason to cast Trash for Treasure. It's actually actively bad if they let it resolve and then live again, because then this would go to the graveyard. So I'd much rather just not cast it. 6 viewers just left because of that? Yeah, I know, right? You know, good beats. What's funny about it? I don't know, you can probably figure it out. You have access to the internet. More of the crazy Legacy Cascade deck. Yeah, as much as I want to play that deck, unfortunately, Creative Technique is not a card that has been released on Magic Online yet. But I would love to play that card. Yeah, bring back 300 memes. Come on, that's what we need to do. We as a collective group need to bring back 300 memes. Mirror must be a nightmare. Well, I mean, isn't it just a die roll? They selected my Shadowspear, which means they're gonna draw step Living End. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. I haven't watched that movie in a while, so I don't remember a ton of it. Like, I don't remember a ton from the movie, but I do remember that they've made that parody movie. All right, who would win? A Ragavan and a Graz, or 2 Griefs, a Curator, and a Generous End? Unclear. What's up, Closet Penguin? Welcome. I've had a lot of slow opponents today. I feel like a spike stream. I'm gonna pass priority because I know you're gonna cast Outburst now. Yeah, I know how this works. I get it. I understand. Is this your first time, kid? Yeah, the problem is I don't know how I really beat a 5/7. It's really unclear how I beat a 5/7. Considering that my 5/3s kind of have to attack. Trade with my 7/5? Well, they're just not going to attack. They're definitely not going to attack. If I had the Shadowspear, this would be a little bit easier. I mean, I can get Cookbook to make the construct bigger. Maybe that's fine. It's probably better than getting Soul Guide Lantern at this juncture. Just hold the land. Floor LG, thank you very, very much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great day today, chat. If you were having a good time and you're enjoying the content, please feel free to go ahead and hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you a single thing. And if you're enjoying the content even more and you want to help support the stream, get us towards our next sub goal, if you got a spare Twitch Prime, just like 4LG, would greatly appreciate all the support. And thank you for being here. Graz plus Construct Token does go kind of hard. Well, I guess the other problem is they might just trade the End for the Graz. Like, that's a realistic outcome. Cookbook can dig up the spear. No, Cookbook does not get the spear back. It only gets creatures back. I'd have to find Goblin Engineer. Okay, that's a start. I mean, what if I just fire up the Scrapwork Mutt? Actually, because this thing has haste. Like, what do their attacks look like if I just go fire up Scrapwork Mutt, discard Engineer, and shove? Because I have four attackers. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, they put Generous and on the Ragavan. They have no other good blocks. So if they block here, that would be 8, 15. I mean, that's 20. They have to do at least some jump blocking. I guess they can double block the Griefs on the Graz. So they go double block here, eat this, take 9, 14, go to 4. So it's 14 to 4. They have an Ent and a Curator, and I would have a Construct and nothing else. It's not great. Oh, right, they have a food too. God, this is tough. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the other line, is they could just trade Ent for this. Like, trade Ent here, trade this. Probably still take 14. I just don't know that I have time for Engineer. Because, like, okay, let's say I take the Engineer line, right? I go shove with everything. They go trade here. Honestly, they might just... I guess they can't double block the Construct because I can make a food. So I attack with everything. They go block here, trade here, take 9. I go discard land, play Engineer. They go to 9. I lose Graz. Then I can maybe suit up the Construct next turn. Ah, this is really tough. The thing about it, I actually don't think I have time for the Engineer. I think I'd rather do it this way. I just don't think I have time for the Engineer. I could be wrong, but... Okay. Well, I guess I wanted the Engineer anyways. Maybe there's a small chance they take the Ragavan hit, and then I can play the Engineer post-combat. They can block, and after Juggernaut dies, you lose everything. Oh, that's a good point, yeah. I mean, I'm forced to attack, right? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. This says creatures, all of my stuff has to attack. I literally don't have a choice. Like, I can't not attack. Trust me, if I didn't have to attack, I probably wouldn't have attacked. No, I know that. Okay, well, this is, like, not that bad of an outcome, all things considered. Because we get the trade for both Griefs. I think I still don't have time for this Engineer, so I'm just going to do it this way and deal them an extra point of damage. And they go to 6, and I end up losing the Scrapwork Mutt, but I still have this. God, if I just draw a... Actually, they're kind of... Not necessarily dead, but they're kind of close to dead if I draw a second Trash for Treasure. Yeah, I guess an F and M you don't have to attack. What if we name this deck Juggernauts? You can name it whatever you want. That doesn't mean I have to oblige. You can call it whatever you want. Whatever your heart desires. Just don't put my name on it. What's up, Play Faster? We could name it Lord of the Rings. Let's call it Big Jugs. I mean, surely they're not going to cast another Cascade spell, right? Surely that would never happen. That does not really help. It's honestly probably better to just make this into a food. Yeah. Because then I could just get it back from the graveyard if I brick. I like it. I'm not gonna read that out, but ayo. Ayo. That is an aggressive attack. I like it. It's an aggressive attack. I will accept all of the damages. Who's favored if they cast Living End? Probably me, right? Because I get 4 lethal attackers. Well, they're at 6 though. They're not even lethal. So it's close. It's bad. The question is, do I have to sacrifice a food now? I think I actually do. I don't love it, but I think I have to. Because if I break, I can go to 9 and take 8. Okay, so let's do this. I don't really know what my outs are. That kind of helps. Oh, no, it doesn't. I'm just dead, right? They block here and go to 1. No, they'd force anyways. Yeah, alright. I feel like maybe I could have done something different to win that game. It's pretty close. Close game either way. Alright, let's pay out the prediction. Open my chesty.